Jotunnslayer. Hordes of Hel is a new indie title that blends intense roguelike gameplay with rich Norse mythology, delivering a thrilling experience for fans of action-heavy games. This game positions itself in a space that combines the chaotic horde survival mechanics of Vampire Survivors, the sleek combat and mythological flair of Hades, and the dark visual style of Diablo. At its core, this is a bullet heaven roguelike. Survive relentless waves of enemies for a set duration, while completing various objectives and ultimately defeating a towering Jotun. Massive mythological giants who serve as the final boss of each raid. Modifiers keep runs interesting by adjusting factors like speed, difficulty, and rewards. For example, one modifier may increase your movement and attack speed by 10% while making the timer run down faster, while another might lower the difficulty at the cost of halving your rewards. Players begin by choosing one of 4 distinct classes, 2 of which are available from the start, with the other 2 unlockable as you progress. These include the Berserker, a melee powerhouse who thrives on close-quarters combat, the Cyrus and the Revenant, both ranged classes with different tactical styles, and the Flame Sister, a hybrid class combining melee and ranged abilities. Each class offers a very different feel. The reviewer found the Revenant particularly fun for an all-out chaotic playstyle, while the Flame Sister felt less intuitive due to its mixed combat focus. The moment a raid begins, the action ramps up gradually. Early enemies are simple insect-like creatures that pose little threat. However, as you earn experience and level up, the game's true depth unfolds. Each level grants you a choice between 2 randomly generated skills, either class-specific abilities or god skills, granted by deities from Norse mythology. Class skills enhance your character's unique playstyle, while god skills add flashy, powerful effects that can turn the tide of battle. Some are passive, such as health regeneration, while others are auto-cast attacks. For instance, Thor's Thunderstorm skill calls down devastating lightning strikes, while Freya's Divine Wave creates a golden blast that damages and pushes back enemies, a life-saving ability when overwhelmed by hordes. The mid-raid objectives add another layer of strategy, preventing the gameplay from becoming repetitive. Tasks might involve collecting rare mushrooms, closing dangerous portals, or surviving for a set time under a debuff like slowed movement. Completing these objectives builds toward the climactic final encounter, summoning and defeating a Jotun. These colossal foes boast massive health pools and punishing attacks. Facing them is a dramatic and challenging test of skill, especially as enemy hordes continue to pour in during the fight. The sense of accomplishment when you finally bring one down is immense, akin to the adrenaline rush of completing a legendary boss fight in classic games like Halo 3. Progression extends beyond individual runs. Throughout a raid, you collect 2 key resources: experience points and coins. Experience points fuel your leveling and skill selection during the raid itself. Coins, on the other hand, convert into permanent skill points at the end of a run. These can be invested in a skill tree to upgrade both your classes and the gods, creating long-term growth and adding replay value as you refine builds and experiment with new strategies. Difficulty scaling is another standout element. Even the initial easy mode presents a solid challenge, and the jump to normal difficulty is dramatic. The reviewer compared it to moving from medium to expert in rhythm games like Guitar Hero. This steep progression ensures that victories feel truly earned, and mastering harder levels provides a satisfying sense of accomplishment. Visually and orally, Jotunnslayer is impressive. The effects for god skills in particular are striking, with lightning bolts and divine waves lighting up the battlefield. Combined with the booming soundtrack and visceral sound effects, the game creates a fully immersive experience that keeps players engaged run after run. The opening menu greets players with striking Nordic aesthetics and an evocative soundtrack, immediately immersing you in its world of gods, monsters, and endless battle. The visuals are polished far beyond what you'd expect from many indie titles, with detailed environments and effects that make every clash feel dramatic. Built on the Unity engine, it stands shoulder to shoulder with some of the most polished indie releases of recent years, offering high-level customization that mirrors AAA productions. Players can tweak texture and lighting quality, activate advanced technologies like FSR and DLSS, and even toggle gore effects. There's also a wide range of audio customization and fully remappable controls for both keyboard and controller. A particularly cool addition is mouse-only mode, which gives players the freedom to simplify their control scheme, while native controller support ensures smooth play for console-style fans. However, there are some rough edges. One notable issue is that the mouse cursor can drift onto a second monitor, even in full-screen mode, causing unintended pauses or mishaps, especially frustrating for streamers or those with multi-monitor setups. Additionally, during the later stages of a raid, the sheer number of enemies and damage numbers can make the screen feel overly cluttered. Thankfully, there's an option to disable damage values, which greatly improves clarity. A smaller, more minor gripe is the lack of audio feedback when converting coins into skill points. Without a sound cue, it can be unclear whether a purchase went through, leading to momentary confusion. Despite these minor flaws, the overall experience is remarkably smooth and polished for an early access release. The core gameplay loop is addictive and rewarding, with a balance of chaos and strategy that keeps each run feeling fresh. The developer's attention to detail, like the fully customizable settings, Twitch integration, and thoughtful design choices, signals a promising future for the game as more maps, classes, and content are added. With its high performance, engaging mechanics, and striking presentation, it's poised to become a standout indie title in 2025. Even players unfamiliar with bullet heaven roguelikes may find themselves hooked, as the game's fast pace and mythological themes make it approachable and exciting. On top of that, the developers have included Twitch integration. This lets streamers involve their audience directly in the gameplay by allowing viewers to vote on power-ups, modifiers, and even the challenges the player faces. It's a unique feature designed to keep each run fresh and unpredictable, especially for those who enjoy community-driven chaos. Players can expect a visually rich, mechanically deep, and adrenaline-pumping experience when they dive into Jotunnslayer. While it's still in development, the current content already provides hours of thrilling gameplay, and the roadmap ahead suggests even more challenges, gods, and realms to explore.